There's nowhere left for them. And you can be the one to stand in the gap, to either save and to bring them closer to God. And that person was Esther. So I'd like us to go to the book of Esther 4 verse 14. It says, "For if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place. But you and your father's family will perish. And who knows, but that you have come to a royal position for such a time as this." Then Esther said this reply to Mordecai, "Go gather all the Jews who are in Susa and fast for me. Do not eat or drink for 3 days. And my maid will fast as you do. When this is done, I will go to the king, even though it is against the law. And if I perish, I perish." May the Lord bless the reading of his word. Amen.
Amen.
So as we look at the book of Esther, we all know that Esther did not grow up privileged. She grew up as an orphan. She grew up with no father. And she had a cousin, Mordecai, who looked after her. So obviously God had a plan for her, but she did not see it. So as you look at your own lives, think about where you are. You may think that the place that you are in, it is a situation that it could be a problem for you. But the position that you are in life, it could be a way for you to stand in the gap of someone else. As you look where we are, it's not a coincidence. It is only divine placement. So as I started reading, it said, "And who knows, but you have come to a royal position at this time." And then Esther received a crisis when she was the queen. Haman, the enemy of the Jews, decided to go to the king and made him sign a decree to eliminate all the Jews and the land. And when Mordecai told Esther about this, Esther had two choices. She either had a choice to stay silent and to step back and enjoy her own life, or risk everything and speak to the king. At first, obviously, as if you're the queen and you hear your own people having a crisis, that they're going to be eliminated, we all have two choices. The easiest choice will obviously be just to stay back and let everything happen because you know that you are fine. Sometimes we have to not be we shouldn't be selfish, but to be selfless. We have to be the person to take courage, because to stand in the gap is to be courageous. When everyone will rather decide to rather step back, why don't you step forward? Standing in the gap is never to be comfortable. You have to step out of your comfort zone. So Esther chose courage, and she knew that if she chose the courage, she could die. As if she said, "I will go to the king, and if I perish, I perish." So Esther took action, which is a faith in motion. So before she went to the king, she asked all the Jews to fast for 3 days and 3 nights. And instead of rejection, she found favor. Her boldness opened the door for deliverance. The king listened, and the evil plan of Haman was destroyed. Church, never underestimate the power of one obedient heart. Your prayer, your stand, your yes to, as what our superintendent says, a yes to God's challenge can go from one small thing to a huge thing. So, you guys can as well all stand in the gap. Today we are surrounded by brokenness. As our superintendent said, sin has broken the bridge between us and God. But standing in the gap, who will be doing that? It will be us. It is maybe to pray for a lost one. It is to seek truth. And as Esther, to stand when no one else will stand. Just know that wherever you are in life, that you have no excuses, as our first speaker said. God will qualify the unqualified. So that no matter what position you are in, Esther was an orphan. She became a queen. And as one person decided to stand in the gap, the whole nation was saved. So imagine the position that you are in life. You may think that you have nowhere to go. You may think that you don't have a purpose. But trust me, each and every one of us has a purpose in life. Each and every one of us has a chance to stand in the gap. And just, who knows, maybe even a small act of standing in the gap can go a long way, and it could even affect your whole community. Amen.
Amen.